Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Sean or Mustang09 bringing you a new video. And today we're working on the truck. We have the S&B intercooler pipe kit for the 2017 and up F-250s. This is going to be crucial. I'm throwing a check engine code because the stock one has the tears in it, which is not good. So we want to replace that and get it fixed. The reason why I went with S&B is because the part that usually rips and tears is being replaced by this piece of metal. We have our instructions here from S&B, very simple QR code. Just open our camera. We'll open that guy up to our instructions. So very simple, very colored, clear pictures on how to install this. And I'm gonna walk you through it in video form. It should be straightforward, and we'll go from there. So I recently went on a trip to Idaho for a spring bear hunt. Very cool hunt, saw a bear. I'll insert a clip of that.
They're playing.
I noticed I was getting a check engine code and couldn't think of what it could be, so did some diagnosing, and as you can see here, when we squeeze this pipe, you can see the tears that I'm experiencing, and I believe those are the cause of my check engine code right there. So this thing's coming out. Step one, we'll loosen both clamps, the upper and the lower. The reason for that long extension I showed you earlier is obviously for the lower clamp. So the first one, we'll loosen that guy. Then I will get my extension and we'll go fishing down there. There you go. There is the lower clamp. Next, we will unclip the sensor. First, let's pop out this with our trim tool. There's a button on the back side here you'll push. So you'll push that in. Unplug your sensor. And pull it off of here. Off of the hose. It's out of the way. Now our pipe should be loose. And we'll fish it out of the bottom as well. Off of our intercooler. Out she comes. Get a better look at those rips right there. We won't have to worry about that anymore. Alrighty, with that out of the way, we need to remove this barb piece right here. So we'll have to raise up on this little silver piece, which is like a clamp inside of there. So real simple with my finger, I just lifted it out of the way and it's off. This should come off of the intake. Oh, we still have part of our clamp attached. There we go, it's all the way off now. Now what you don't want to do is go throwing this across your garage. It still has your sensor in place that we need to remove and transfer to our S&B. Here we have our stock part with our sensor. We'll take a flathead screwdriver and very lightly, ever so little, just push it up under there, and this will twist out of place. And you can pull it out. And you can see here just where that ramp is at. It's really small, tiny little part right there. Your fingernail barely catches it. Here we have our new intercooler pipe from S&B, our old sensor. Just have a little bit of oil here. I'm just gonna put on that O-ring since we're putting it into a new spot. Push that in and turn it until it catches that ramp. There we go, clipped into place. Next up we have our retention clip. This is another factory part that we will be reusing. You have an open end. This goes towards the S&B logo on this pipe. And it clips into place, making sure all of your connections are where they're supposed to be. So this pipe is almost ready. We have one more part. This O-ring right here needs to be stretched just a smidge to fit into this pipe. So we'll take a little bit of our engine oil and we'll just work this to loosen it and stretch it so that it is tight and snug within the pipe. We have our O-ring in the pipe. It's not loose, it's not going to fall out. We have her in place, so this piece is ready. The next portion of this install that we need to prepare is the silicone hose. We have a small clamp and a larger clamp. As you can see there, the larger clamp goes on the top side with the smaller clamp going on the bottom side. Loosely put these clamps in place in the orientation per the instructions. This is important. They're springed clamps so that you can access them to tighten them once this piece is installed. So if we go to the instructions from SMB, we can zoom in on the picture and see here that with the pipe like this clamp should be almost in an upward position with the bottom one kind of pointing towards the front of the truck with a slight angle up. Now we can install this into the truck. The one thing the instructions do say is to lift up your power steering reservoir out of its place and scoot it over to have access to install this piece. Now this next step in the process, relocating or lifting your power steering reservoir out of the way, seems to be optional. I've watched a couple of videos online. Shout out to PowerStroke Tech Talk with A-Rod, super cool dude. He messaged me on Instagram when I had a question really quickly, so awesome channel. I'll link him down below. He actually left his in place, but since got my big bulky hands, we'll just go ahead and undo this. It's one 10mm bolt. Slide it out of the way, give us a little bit more room to work in the tight area down here. I'm going to use one of the supplied zip ties from SMB just to hold this out of the way. We'll cut this off later. So with that, that's our intercooler pipe where it's going to mount down there and route upwards. This should give us more space to work. This next part is impossible for me to film. I only have two hands and I need both of those for this. So when you do it, you'll understand, but we're just going to go ahead and install this where it's supposed to belong. With that installed, we'll cut our power steering loose. Sorry, I should say our power steering reservoir. And just fit this back into place. I am going to take this opportunity to clean off my throttle body. It is dirty. Okie doke, once again, I'm still going to need two hands. So we'll try and set this up in a way that you can see. To this plastic guy, onto the hose, and then plug it in. We will use the supplied zip ties there, and we need to tighten all of our clamps. This one, they say on that on the bottom one here, they say to have it pointed forwards. In reality, you could honestly point it upwards and have it come out there, because that is a much tougher spot to tighten than if it were to be up top. I get it because it's aesthetically pleasing to see just the band up here, but nobody's looking under my hood for sexiness. So we'll get our extension and get down there and tighten that guy, tighten this one up, zip tie, and we should be wrapped up and ready to go. We'll just ensure nothing is rubbing and touching, and we'll be ready to rock. All right, for full transparency, I just undid this and moved my clamp up here just because I think it's easier to get to and tighten. So that's the way I'm going to do it. I don't think it'll run into that hose at all. This is compressed for whatever reason it is, but it's a radiator hose. We have plenty of fluid. Anyways, we will tighten these down. Make sure we got our sensor plugged in. and we should be good to go. I have not mentioned it yet, but these are size 11 mil nuts on these two spring clamps. And we want to tighten these to 75 inch-pounds, which is like 6.5 or something foot-pounds. Let's see. Easy math. Already did it. Okay. Easy math is 75 divided by 12. That gives you 6.25 foot-pounds, which, boys, we're just going to tighten it because that's what we do. So here we go. Overall, super easy install. No joke. You need a 7 mil, 10 mil, 11 mil, a pretty good size extension, and that's about it. And then you can make this thing happen on your own. If you haven't had the issues with your intercooler pipe yet, you're going to. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I'm not trying to be negative. It's just, it's one of those things that it wears out, it's gonna happen, and it could potentially leave you stranded. So, not sponsored by S&B, paid full price for this thing, but I just like how that is metal. These can't rub on it and create a hole or cause leaks or cause any issues. That's why I went with the S&B. Obviously, I do have their cold air intake. I've been happy with that. I've had S&B on many other cars of mine, so I believe that they make great products. But like I said, really simple install. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments below. I purchased mine from S&B directly. I'll leave a link below, but once again, I don't get commission for it. I don't get anything on it. Those Amazon links that are down there, I do get commission on. It helps me out, helps me bring more content to you guys. So if you have any questions, like I said, leave them in the comments below. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I've got my truck, my Mustang. We also have a 4Runner and a side-by-side that you can't see. It's parked out in the street. But I love to make content and make new videos. So yeah, hit subscribe. That'd be awesome. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you boys back here next time. Take it easy. Peace.